Hello, this is Pastor Manning bringing you the Beacon of Hope podcast. This morning I want to talk to you about the subject of trading comfort for success. The thought comes from the book of Proverbs in chapter 20. In the verse which I'm going to read in a moment, we have a man called a sluggard. A man who is a sluggard and a slothful man are the same thing in the Bible. This is someone who is slow at what they do, they tend to procrastinate. They don't want to put forth the effort that's needed. In the Bible, there are two words that are the opposite of the word diligent. The word diligent is a great Bible word. And the diligent man, there's a lot of promises attached to what diligence brings. And the two words which are opposite of diligent seem to be opposite of each other, but in fact they are not. The two words that are opposite of diligent, one is haste. It shows up haste, hasty, and such as this. And the other one is sloth. Now, they seem to be complete opposites. Someone's haste goes at things way too fast, doesn't get all the facts, jumps in, works at things in a careless manner because of speed. The slothful is very slow to act, doesn't put forth enough energy, takes a long time, turns a 30-minute job into an hour and a half for whatever reasons and pretenses that come up. But the two things are exact opposite of diligence, but they are the same. They're just different expressions of the same problem, because the root problem is not giving the time, the attention, or the detail to a job that it rightly deserves. Now, the thought this morning of trading comfort for success comes from this verse in Proverbs 20, verse 4. It says, "The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing." Here you have the sluggard, and you have the beginning of a process, plowing, and you have the end of the process, harvest. In order to get the harvest, one has to plow, because in order to plant the seed that will produce the harvest, you have to plow. The problem is, the plowing has to be done early in the year when the weather conditions aren't best. The plowing is not the pleasant part. Plowing involves getting out when it's cold, maybe wet, maybe inclement conditions, maybe overcast, maybe cloudy, maybe a cold wind. But if the man, here a sluggard, waits until the perfect comfort conditions to plow, then he will move forward the timetable on his field, and that field will not yield properly, possibly will not even have a crop at all. Because if you wait until it's good, consistent, warm, early summer-like weather to plow, then you're going to be putting your crop in too late. The sluggard waits, not willing to be uncomfortable. That's why sluggards are constantly destroying themselves by trying to be entrepreneurs. They want to wait till the right conditions. They want to wait till everything's favorable. They want to wait till they get it all figured out. They want to wait until they get their mind wrapped around it. They want to wait until it doesn't matter. There's unending stream of pretense and excuses for not starting. But the issue is this: they don't want to be uncomfortable, and you're going to have to be uncomfortable in order to have success at anything. At some point, there's going to have to be discomfort, because without there being discomfort, you're never going to see the benefit that comes at the end of the thing by having the blessing. It's uncomfortable to work at times. It's uncomfortable to study at times. It's uncomfortable to put forth the effort it takes to do anything. It's uncomfortable to begin to eat right. It's uncomfortable to begin to exercise and get yourself in decent health and shape. But if you don't discomfort yourself, you will never, ever see true success. Everybody says, oh yeah, it takes hard work. Well, they forget the hard part of the work. And part of that involves not being comfortable. If the only issue is someone's comfort, they don't want to plow because it's cold. They don't want to plow because it's uncomfortable. Well, it doesn't matter whether it's comfortable or not. It's time to plow. And when it's time to plow, you got to plow. So you can have your comfort, which will then become very uncomfortable, or you can have some discomfort, which will then bring great comfort. Don't know about you, but I would much rather discomfort myself and have a full harvest than have a fleeting and false comfort and be hungry when I could have been full. Some thoughts to think on this morning, and I hope that you have a blessed day.